Sometimes you laugh with him, usually you laugh at him. The show strikes a good balance.
How about, as a birthday gift, you give me a bionic ability?
Or I could gift wrap reality and you could play with that for a while.
That leaves 3, occasionally 4 of the 5 main leads with extreme ego problems. And so, these are the 5 leads, but now let's discuss the 3 major recurring characters. These are the guys who appear in like maybe 50% of the episodes. Principal Perry, she doesn't become a major recurring character until season 2. In season 1, she's only in 4 episodes, but we'll just put her on here for now. So let's start with Tasha, who is Leo's mother. She is a reporter, and Angela Parker, she is pretty much the only normal person in this house, and as the show goes on, she quickly becomes like the heart and soul of everything.
Our house may be high-tech and chaotic, but it is full of love. And it may not be perfect for you, but it is perfect for our family.
However, when it comes to her career as a reporter, she'll sacrifice every single one of these people to make a step forward and advance her career, which is what makes her feel like she truly belongs in this weird, weird show.
The awards banquet is the same night as Leo's birthday. I'm sorry, honey, I'm gonna miss it. If I don't show up, I'm afraid that they're gonna give my award to that overdramatic screen hog, Linda Montieres.
And now we're ready for Eddie, who is Donald Davenport's AI security system, certainly not inspired by Jarvis at all. He is extremely sociopathic.
Hello, friends! And I use the term friends loosely because you're not my friends and I hate you.
He sabotages everyone in the family, constantly trying to kill them, especially Tasha, because he views them as a threat to Davenport's affection for him. He wants all of his daddy's attention, as he says. But he does so with a smile on his face constantly, and Davenport never ever believes that Eddie is doing anything wrong.
Well, kids, I hope you've enjoyed your stay at Casa Davenport. I know I haven't. Sayonara!
Eddie, I know we've never been the best of friends, but we're gonna miss you.
Aww, really?
No!
We hate you!
Evil.
Definitely my favorite character as a kid. I forgot to mention he's voiced by Will Forte. And finally, we have reached Principal Perry, who is the embodiment of what students think a principal is like. She is cool. She encourages bullying and suffering. Every year, she holds a yearly Death Spiral Smackdown in the gym that she forces students to participate in. As the show progresses, it becomes clear that she is likely a fugitive and has an ever-growing list of crimes.
Come with me. There's something under the bleachers I need dug up and reburied. Let's pull up the school. I want to see if the sheriffs are still sniffing around for me.
Don't you have janitors to do this stuff for you?
Yeah, but they're at my house trying to make something look like an accident.
Over the course of 4 seasons, the show keeps trying to one-up how gross and unpleasant she is, and they keep reaching the ceiling and then busting through it yet again. She's also very, very suspicious of Adam, Bree, and Chase, and she becomes very close to learning about their bionic abilities as the show progresses. Will she? Whoa, I don't know, whoa, or whatever. Anyways, one last thing to note, she is played by Mael Flanagan, aka the English dub voice of Naruto. I don't know how to say it. Look, it's her.
I didn't do anything, but they're all after me.
Long story short, Principal Perry is absolutely iconic, and yet another standard of unfair beauty standards for women in media. And that's it for the characters for now. Now it's time to spend 30 minutes talking about Garfield.
The world's first bionic superhumans. They're stronger than us, faster, smarter. The next generation of the human race is...
Living in my basement?
Crash, Chop, and Burn, the season becomes completely episodic. For almost the entire duration of Season 1, no episode references any other, and nothing builds to anything, which is in sharp contrast to what the show becomes by the end. Most episodes in Season 1 are about the group trying to fit in socially, while rogue Davenport inventions mess everything up. Some examples of episodes include: a robot exoskeleton goes rogue while Grandma Rose is visiting. A school security camera captures the rats using their bionics, and they have to use Davenport's invisibility cloak to steal the camera hard drive on parent-teacher night. Leo uses Davenport's new electron beam generators in his shoes to impress his crush, Janelle, by beating school bully Trent at basketball. Also, I didn't realize as a kid that Janelle's actor, Madison Bettis, is the little girl from Cory in the House, just all grown up. In Night of the Living Virus, Eddie gets infected by a computer virus and scares away all the girls at Bree's slumber party. However, one girl, Caitlin, thinks it was cool and becomes Bree's best friend. Caitlin will go on such a character journey, man. I was not ready. Both of those back-to-back episodes I just mentioned also introduce Stephanie, the bratty cheerleader, as a recurring character. And what's interesting about her is that she literally never appears again. In addition to rogue Davenport inventions, bionic glitches also mess things up. Some more examples include: a boy named Ethan asks Bree to a dance, but her nerves make her bionics glitch, and she has to hide this from him. Leo leaves an EMP on overnight, which causes the lab rat's bionics to completely glitch out while Davenport and Tasha are gone on vacation. The lab rats switch bionic chips for fun, but when Leo and Principal Perry become stranded in an elevator, the rats have to learn how to use each other's abilities to save the day. In Death Spiral Smackdown, Chase uses an override app to fully control Adam and help Leo with Principal Perry's Death Spiral. This episode had me tripping because this kid, Gordo, only appears in this one episode, but I could have sworn he was recurring. And that's because, as it turns out, his actor, Tucker Albrizzi, was a recurring cast member of a different Disney show, Good Luck Charlie. In Commando app, it's revealed that Chase has an internal defense mechanism called the Commando app, which activates when he's in states of extreme anxiety, overriding his personality with an aggressive, primal alternate persona called Spike, who's stronger than Adam.
I think I'm gonna wipe it up with your face.
Think again, Bubbleneck.
Spike winds up challenging the bully Trent to a game of football. I'm bringing that up because this is their entire football field. This 20-foot-long patch of grass is the school's entire football field. Spike actually goes on to resurface once per season after this. Lab Rats also has a ton of stock plots that have absolutely nothing to do with bionics at all. A lot of these subplots will mention the fact that they're bionic once, and it won't have anything else to do with the story whatsoever. For example, in Chore Wars, Adam, Bree, and Chase find a Dooley family heirloom that Davenport was restoring for Tasha, and unknowingly sell it in a yard sale. They have to get it back.
Is it a little brown wooden one with a gold heart on top of it?
Yes.
Haven't seen it.
Me neither.
Nope, not me.
Me neither. Again.
It took a long time, but Leo and I painstakingly restored it to its original condition.
God, that's so sweet of you guys. I'll clean that up for $5.
Another ridiculous example is Can I Borrow the Helicopter, in which Adam and Chase divide the lab in half with tape and decide that they can't cross each other's path.
I set up an invisible electric fence. You went right.
There's a handful of episodes that are worth talking about more in detail, such as episode 5, Rats on a Train, which is kind of the quintessential episode of the show.
On Disney XD, we get our first vision. The Lab Rats race to take down a runaway train. And Leo wants in on the action.
Look at that! I'm travel side!
Leo? But a colossal mistake.
Where's the decelerator? We need to stop this train.
You mean the pointy metal thing that was poking me in the butt?
Derails the entire mission.
If the train goes, we go.
This is everything we prepared for.
It's an all-new Lab Rats. Monday night at 8:30, 7:30 Central on Disney XD.
When a speeding runaway train full of nuclonium is barreling straight towards Welkerville, the lab rats have to dispatch to stop it. However, Leo sneaks himself into the duffel bag with the item they needed to stop the train, because he wanted to participate in the mission too.
It's right here!
Now, they're left to their own tuition. Bree runs some high polymer cables around a suspension bridge in the distance. Now, the rats have to desperately grab onto this cable as a means of slowing the train down. But since Adam's the only one with super strength, I'm assuming most of the work was done by him. Also, this cable, it was not mentioned or shown.
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord. That says all.
You honor us with your words.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke, after all, and my cousin besides. I would not see her marry into an unworthy house. Suffice to say, my expectations were exceeded.
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts. I sense prosperous days are ahead of us.
As do I. Finally, our nations enter into an age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzant's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must regard each other as equals, and forge mutually beneficial relations.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually?
I need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
Bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believer. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant. By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt. And we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes me that your words are measured.
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter. However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
Honored guests, pray forgive my son. We of House Wolfort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance and politics do not come to us naturally. This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land and our people. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home and kingdom.
Yes, Lord Simone. Of that we are keenly aware.
I apologize if I spoke out of turn, but the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our nations grows, and salt is the cause. The common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few. All those who live require it, not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy state.
You agree with me then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess, as conveyed to us from the lips of the Hierophant, is absolute. But perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change you seek.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the future. All of us. I expect you will be the ones to usher us into a new era.
Yes, Father.
Of freedom and personal liberation, or a decision to leverage the utility of a situation and act in our own best interest, regardless of its cost, or even a decision we think is one that is morally in the best interest of the majority of the parties involved. These decisions are all important. They may bring us closer to people who we never thought we'd be close with, but if you're as excited for Triangle Strategy as I am, make sure you subscribe and stick around. Which side you think yours? It's all triangular, if you get what I'm saying. Anyways, I'll start off by talking about morality first. This seems to be the choice based on honesty and having a core sense of justice that causes the least amount of harm and is represented primarily by Roland from what I can see in his trailer. The trailer specifically depicts requesting the aid of Hyzant after S-Frost invades Glenbrook. It seems to give you a choice here, exposing Hyzant's illegal trades, or you keep quiet to ally with them and have them help you take back your nation. There are also two key figures here to Glenbrook. It seems to give you a choice here, exposing Hyzant's illegal trades, or you keep quiet to ally with them and have them help you take back your nation. There are also two key figures here to be aware of. The trailer specifically depicts requesting the aid of Hyzant after S-Frost invades Glenbrook. It seems to give you a choice here, exposing Hyzant's illegal trades, or you keep quiet to ally with them and have them help you take back your nation. There are also two key figures here to be aware of, Hyzant's ministers Sorcely and Exharm. I'm not sure if either of these will be recruitable at all, though I am leaning towards Exharm most likely being recruitable just by virtue of his likable and well-adjusted nature, and him seeming to be somewhat morally aware of life. Exharm is a swordsman-class unit who is mounted just like Roland, giving him a weakness to spears, but instead he uses a one-ranged sword and has a skill called Sandstorm that completely cripples enemy defenses. Sorcely, on the other hand, is a bit of a weird unit in the short sword class. He only has 3 move, but has high magic attack despite not having any magic to use as far as we can see, and he has the Sleep Dagger skill, and that's pretty much all we can see. I want to assume that making your moral decision here will dictate who you are able to recruit, or at least whether or not Exharm will join your side, so this seems to be the first place where the moral decision makes a difference, as opposed to the utility decision being keeping quiet about the wrongdoings in order to benefit yourselves. One other scenario that is currently a bit up in the air is the first ever decision that we have to make in the game, which is going to S-Frost or Hyzant, which is the one we see in the demo. To me, right off the bat, it seems like this is an easy split between S-Frost for the moral option of getting to know the in-laws, and Hyzant as the liberty option in allowing Frederica the freedom to go there and learn about her mother's people and experience their hardships firsthand. There's a split in the recruitables here, in Rudolph being a hunter with a bow and setting traps if you go to S-Frost, and Corentin being an ice mage who can attack with both single target and AoE damage, as well as create ice walls for crowd control. The last thing in terms of morality I want to talk about is the potential to lose units. Given that Roland is the person who is morally aligned, I feel the need to highlight the fact that it may be possible that if you do not have high enough morality or make too many choices against what he wants, he might leave you in order to carry out his own plans. This brings with it the possibility of also antagonizing the people who are close to him, such as Huette, Maxwell, his siblings Franny, and Ophelia. There are all these things to keep in mind as you make decisions that may cause you to stray from the path of morality and down the others, which brings me to the next path. Liberty. Liberty is often a pitfall. True freedom is not always beneficial, but a world without it is one we can't easily live in either. Our representative for liberty is Frederica, who is the half-sister of the Archduke of S-Frost. Her mother was a concubine and from a race that has been discriminated against and enslaved within Hyzant. Frederica seeks to discover the secrets of this race called the Roselle, who she is descended from, and set them free. Her character trailer, which is also the trailer for Liberty, seems to highlight that House Wolfort has won the alliance of a great nation and finds their star rising. I take this to mean that they've allied with Hyzant after the invasion of Glenbrook. However, it seems like they must give up the Roselle, who are somehow being hidden by House Wolfort, if they are to keep the favor of Hyzant. Now, again, this is merely conjecture, but part of me wonders if this is directly linked to the prior choice in the morality section, where we could choose to not expose the salt trade crimes and instead ally with Hyzant. It's very possible that you need to turn a blind eye to this in order to get to the next decision that we are talking about here. Regardless, the decision itself is very clear. Do we continue to turn a blind eye to the actions that Hyzant carries out on the Roselle in order to preserve House Wolfort's alliance, or do we finally go against them in order to save the Roselle? In the trailer, there are a lot of interesting things here. There's a Rosellan spear warrior that seems like they'd be recruitable if we side with the Roselle, but there's also a line by Frederica where she is telling Serenoa that he is going down a path she can't follow, which also shows her casting magic against him from a previous trailer. Now, I don't really know what this means down the line for sure, but it seems that, like I discussed earlier, there's a potential for Frederica to leave you and hand you divorce papers if you decide to cheat on her convictions with someone else. Honestly, I wonder how divorce laws work in Norzelia. Does she get like 50% of Wolfort Castle along with that, or what? I guess that doesn't matter, but this would be really interesting, as it seems like she would most likely pull Gila with her when she leaves. I also loosely see Avlora as a character that you may be able to convince to join your side, and given the S-Frost link, you may need Frederica to facilitate this. Though, interestingly enough, in another trailer, Avlora can be seen talking to Ophelia, who is Roland's sister, telling her that she understands exactly how she feels, so this might not be as cut and dry as I thought initially. Dragan is also a character of note who has captured the hearts of many, including mine, and considering how he and Frederica undergo similar discrimination due to their bloodlines, I have to also wonder if he is potentially someone you'll be able to recruit if Frederica is around to persuade him. Regardless, this path seems to be far more interesting than Roland's morality path, and this might be the one that I choose to go down personally, as I'm interested in fire mages and Dragan, and I'd like to learn more about their stories. The last thing to talk about here is the utility path, which also got its own trailer under the banner of Benedict. I know I just finished saying I wanted to side with Frederica and Dragan, but if I'm going to be real and go with what choices I would personally pick based on my own thoughts, utility would probably be the one for me. Benedict is a man who will stop at nothing to achieve his goals, and his path very much seems to dance in the gray area. Like I discussed earlier, this can be something like turning a blind eye to the illegal salt trade mentioned in Trailer 1 in order to gain allies who can help you achieve your goal. However, like in the previous two trailers I mentioned, this trailer also gives us another route split choice selection that we seem to need to make. We see that House Wolfort is retaking the capital from the enemies who seized it, and we have three ways to go about it. The first is destroying the floodgates to make the battle easy, but at the cost of sacrificing those who live within the city. The second is sneaking up on your enemy at night and ambushing them, while the third involves burning down the bridges and sieging the castle over time. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure which one correlates with which conviction, but if you're gonna ask me, it feels like flooding the city is the one that is most likely to dance the morally gray area and align with utility. Roland is seen voicing his opinion that brute strength isn't the only solution and putting forward the option to sneak in at night, so I want to assume that that one is the morality option, which leaves burning the bridges and surrounding the capital as the liberty option where diplomacy is employed, as seen by Gila being the one to voice that in the trailer. We can also see Exharm in the cutscene that presents the choice to sneak in and ambush the enemy, so I have to wonder if this choice is locked unless you ally with him to expose the salt trade or not. It'll be very interesting to see how our prior choices will affect the future ones, but in general, this scenario seems to take place after the ones I discussed previously. This trailer also reveals that Benedict seems to have failed in a prior mission of protecting and guiding House Wolfort and will do everything in his power to make sure he never fails again, even if it means opposing his allies. I think this route is going to be the one where we will very possibly have to lose Roland and/or Frederica, and if we don't side with him, we might actually have to kill him, as he has an "over my dead body" quote as well. Well, I mean, I guess now that I say that, you might actually have to part ways with all of them, or side with one of them eventually. In an earlier trailer we saw, like I just mentioned, Benedict has an "over my dead body" quote, but we also see a duel challenge from Roland to Serenoa, as well as Frederica telling him that he's going down a path she cannot follow. If I'm being hopeful and making a bold prediction here, I'd guess that siding with one person's ideal will eventually trample on the ideals of others, causing them to turn against you or challenge your conviction. So yeah, this is why choosing a path will probably be very important late into the game. I really don't want to get my hopes up too much on how well done and fleshed out multiple routes will be, but as it stands, this is what we've got, and that's the prediction that I'm going to make before the game comes out next week. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and make sure to leave a like and maybe subscribe.
Where are the tier lists?
Help you about triangle strategy. So I did say I was going to make a few videos, and this is one of the first ones. I figured I'd do a little bit of a light-hearted tier list on what... I mean, I guess we'll start with our main character, Serenoa. Might as well start at the top. I have them sorted in terms of when these units show up, in terms of availability, so we can just start from the left and go to the right. So, you want to kick us off with what you think of Serenoa?
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's obviously the main character, so he has to be good in a sense. And I feel like he is.
Frederica, and that's who I honestly think is super S tier in this situation. Now, I know she probably has some survivability issues. All right, Gila, who's our next one, and she is our main healer or white mage kind of class. I'll let you kick this one off since I started off Frederica.
So actually,
our only mounted unit so far in the game, Roland. So Roland is a little bit of an interesting case for me. He only gets one more movement than your other infantry units. All right, let's move on to one of my favorite units to have played with, and I'm going to give you the honor of starting out and talking about it. All right, so let's move on to Benedict, who is one of our main... This next one I think is going to be a point of contention, because Huet seems to be one of the first characters that we run into that is really good on one route and really bad on the other one. And I'm going to let you go ahead and start off and have this one, so let me know what you think.
I really struggled with her in the first demo because she died a lot for me and she didn't do much damage and her skills were kind of lackluster. But I think a thing for her which we really have to figure out is the mobility. And I didn't do that much in my
Next up is Eridor, and I know you said he's not your type of character, but Eridor is my type of character. And I really gained a lot of respect for what Eridor can do in Chapter 2, because we're locked in that sort of box-shaped arena map, and it's just a wave of enemies all bum-rushing you. Now, I went down Hyzant for Chapter 3, and Eridor isn't very useful in the Hyzant area because it's just full of mages who are attacking you at distance. But his Provoke, I believe, if I'm not wrong, if you hit mages, they can't use spells on you. So it's not as bad, but it's not as useful because the mages have less of a chance of grouping up, so it's harder to get a bunch of them in with the Provoke. Now we move on to the last two characters, and these ones are the route split ones. So Corentin is the ice mage who you get if you go to the desert, Hyzant, and Rudolph is the sort of hunter-type archer kind of guy who you get if you go to Esfrost, which is kind of interesting because you would expect to see an ice mage in the ice area and maybe a hunter in the desert, but, you know,
that's true.
It is what it is. I'll let you go first. Who do you want to talk? We are approaching the final countdown, and as things tend to cool down towards the end of the videos, we are cooling down with our ice mage. Yeah, I mean, looking at this list, it actually kind of ends up a little bit different than what I envisioned, interestingly enough. But I'm...
Got it.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear...
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Yes.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
Jesus.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patriot.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind. Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants, they're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Oh, stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother...
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength. After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner. Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
Apologies. I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
everything's divided by the river. And then the Crown City.
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
Lady Frederica,
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity in kind.
no apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellan blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine. Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters. But no more! I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward.
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over. Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity. I am too young to have known the wars, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
It will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that.
Indeed. I didn't know you had such a mercantile mind, Serenoa.
Coin drives the hearts of men and nations alike. I suspect all parties wouldn't be so eager to join hands if not for the promise of profit. And when we're all able to fill our coffers, perhaps we can finally let go of old grudges.
A sensible perspective. I didn't know you had such a practical mind. In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters. Let me tell you what I believe. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old soldiers are frail, old minds stubborn. Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will... And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall...
Dragan, are you...
Worry not, Frederica, I'm just...
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and trueborn siblings.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces. But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do...
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of...
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well. We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors. As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those...
My lord, I will call for a healer.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you, for our house. Pray heed this old man.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands. My old dear friend. Long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward. I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Of course, Lord Simon.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House Wolford.
My son, listen well. The Lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Yes, Father. I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolford, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
The scales of conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you. However, it is of little use without these.
Coins. 7 of them.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
We await your orders, my lord.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
For House Wolford!
The Starks.
And so the stewardship of House Wolford passes from father to son. Lord Simon Wolford, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolfords set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolford sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
So Lord Simon will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolford, the crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall not disappoint.
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me? You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolfort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I asked the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Sarah Noah Wolford. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two, they were...
Phallus and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together
Wait,
for the sake of our
the name
grand
of the
endeavor.
Archduke is Gustavus Adolphus. That's wild, man. One sec, I'm dealing with bandits. Time to battle, boys.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian Mines have commenced in earnest.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's salt and capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe a debt of gratitude for all who have supported. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit, and House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history. Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Welcome to
Lord Sereno is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eridor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin. Step forward, Sir Maxwell.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
I would take the measure of this man.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
Hear, hear! Hear, hear!
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell, the champion of our previous challenge? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
Eat, drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Serenoa. But I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy task.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure. Unlike some of us.
Have more faith in yourself, my friend. After all, you too shoulder the future of the kingdom.
I wonder if Glenbrook will truly flourish thanks to anything I do.
Of course it will. It already has. Besides, House Wolf...
My apologies. And thank you. I shall strive to be worthy of your support.
You two are quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met. And you are?
Apologies for not introducing you sooner. This is Huette of the Kingsguard.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, Lord Wolfort.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see he is in good hands.
I shall see that it is so, my lord.
Now let us begin our preparations. Today we take the field. And today
we claim victory.
Tournamentar! Tournamentar! Nice. By selecting more criminals. The Black Irons. It's so weird, man. Wait, let me talk to Okay, something important will happen since Lord Benedict Cumberbatch who's this guy? The Lord has three high houses. Wait, who's this guy? Oh, he's just an alien. Oh, why does he have a villainous face? That's lame. Talked to this person before. What the fuck is this? Okay. Let's go talk to this guy. I didn't realize Dragan looks kinda evil. I talk to everyone. Oh wait. There's more messages. Sorry, I have Discord responsibilities. Maxwell Trier. I think I talked to everyone. I've gathered enough info regarding this. Talk to them. Talk to her. Talk to Sissy about that. Alright, time to become the Exploración. Okay, let's do this, baby. Now let's wait for upgrades. No matter how far, no matter where you are.
The combatants have arrived, and the stage has been set. Let us introduce the champions who will fight for the glory of their nations. Fighting for the honor of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, General Avlora. Fighting for the honor of the Holy State of Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshal. Fighting for the honor of the Kingdom of Glenbrook, House Wolfort. And last but not least, the victor of our previous tourney, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear.
Hurrah! Hurrah! The Wolfort Lordling is here in his father's stead, I see.
Lord Simone's heroics on the battlefield are the stuff of legend. A pity I couldn't match swords with him today.
You will match swords with me. I promise to make it every bit as exhilarating as Father would.
You have his spirit, if nothing else.
Indeed. I look forward to crossing swords with you.
The combatants have assembled. Now, let the battles begin. I shall announce our first pairing as chosen by lots. Minister Exham and Lord Wolfort, make ready for combat.
Actually, we can never go wrong by upgrading Zoranoa's sword. Let's go. How much money do I have? And I have 2 I'll buy it Alright, we're gonna go lead to this flank first because we can get them to rush in. And we're gonna cover this flank with Roland with the strong offensives. Wait, no, let's switch these guys out. What's his name? It's Anna. Okay, let's do this. Let me save it first. Let's begin the fight.
Be gentle, my lords. I'm not as strapping as once I was.
I expect no quarter from you, Prince Roland, nor from you.
They're two of Hyzant's most famed generals. We'll have no room for mistakes.
Then we shall make none. Now, let us show for honor and glory!
My turn.
I won't lose!
How do I highlight this guy?
Shall we begin?
Time to take flight.
Defeat is not an option.
I shall try my level best. I have your back.
We'll get him yet. I've been waiting for this. Push on through! To battle, I suppose.
I shall do what I can. Allow me. Your orders?
My turn. Shall we begin? Your lifeblood shall paint my sword.
Damn it! This battle is ours.
Deal physical damage, you have a chance to apply them.
Darkness engulfs you.
Come on! When a wolf is cornered.
Yeah, I'll... Delaying strike.
Wait your turn! Come on!
Slow it down a bit.
Nice try!
Oh, no! We've been weakened. Your wounds are healed.
The tides are turning.
Let us pry out their weakness.
Can I kill anyone? No, I can't.
It is time to strike.
I can do it!
Back to back.
Now then.
I fight for peace.
Then who blanks best?
Flames, heed my call!
I've been waiting for this.
Provoke, yeah.
Look to my shield!
Wait, let me see.
Time to work.
One more! May I?
Dead.
Charge! This is it!
From where shall we strike? I'll make this quick.
Here I come. You'll get no mercy from us.
To battle, I suppose. Sleep.
Oh shit.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. Let us reverse our fortunes.
We mustn't lose heart.
Allow me.
I owe you.
I fight for peace. Forgive me!
I've been waiting for this! I'll be your shield!
You are not worthy of my time.
Impossible!
There's no
My
joy in an easy victory.
Assassinate this bitch.
Leave it to me!
Allow me.
Now!
Alright, perfect.
The situation is grim. I'll make this quick. You brute! That hit the mark.
Now what? Cover it on this side.
Charge!
Lance.
It ends here! For my kingdom!
You fight admirably, but
The numbers are few, but they are fierce!
This battle is ours.
Nice. This guy.
Yeah! Allow me. To ashes. We will make our ideals reality.
Let us pry out their weakness.
Who's next? The healer's next. Okay. Cane sword. How much damage? 6. I have to cover him actually.
Now!
This isn't good.
Needs healing.
Allow me.
The tides are turning.
Ha! That tickled! Now or never!
Your orders? Yeah.
You're wide open!
A new power.
You're wide open!
How annoying. It ends here.
Charge!
My lance strikes true! You brute! Did you see that?
Goddess, I thank you for your blessing.
You find the goddess in odd places, Exam. This trifling tourney will bring Hyzant neither riches.
The goddess works in myriad ways, Minister Sorsley. You would do well to keep your eyes open.
When a wolf is cornered. I'll make this quick. You brute! That hit the mark.
Leave it to me!
Brute!
I asked for no quarter. You did not disappoint. Perhaps one. Minister Sorsley, I leave the room.
Get wrecked, son.
The hunt is on.
Wait, I can go behind them. Can I blind them?
From this range.
Oh yeah.
Have another!
I fight for peace.
Time to nuke.
With the powers in me.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Cane sword. Will this kill him? I think it does, right?
My turn!
This isn't good.
Allow me.
My thanks.
Oh shit. Attacked.
You won't beat me! Come and
Dude,
get me!
Provoke is so fucking good. Holy cow.
I love the battlefield.
My turn.
Assassinate this asshole.
This'll hurt. This is the end.
Charge!
Double thrust.
You don't
for the
stand a
overkill.
chance! My old wounds flare up again. I can fight no further.
I gotta give it to the shield dude.
To think they'd get the better of us!
Your father taught you well. You wield that great sword with skill beyond your years. Well fought. The day is yours.
Victory goes to House Wolford! Our next bout shall be between General Avlora and Sir Maxwell.
Who would win? Now that's interesting.
Stand back. This one is mine.
Very well. I accept your challenge.
Lame.
Whoever taught you, they taught you well. Though something tells me you surpassed your teacher long ago. Your defense is formidable.
As is yours. I yield.
Victory goes to Sir Maxwell!
My hand. I can't feel it. So that was General Avlora. I pray never to meet her on the battlefield.
So either he has a disease or Avlora is actually winning super well.
There will be no quarter given today, young lord of House Wolfort.
I would expect nothing less.
Huh? Where am I?
We fucking got smacked, dude.
Ah, you're awake. And none the worse for wear, considering the blow you took from Sir Maxwell.
He was too strong for us in the end.
Today, yes. But let us keep at our training. One day, the students will surpass their master.
Let us work hard for that day, my friend.
Alright, chapter 2 done, baby. Yes. That was wild.
Serenoa and his stalwart allies prove their mettle against the realm's fiercest warriors before finally facing Sir Maxwell, victor of the previous tourney. After a hard-fought match, the Dawn Spear emerges victorious once more. Though beaten in the end, Serenoa's courageous display impresses itself upon all in attendance. Any doubts concerning House Wolfort's martial might are put to rest. Thus marks an end to the tourney and the festivities as a whole. With the spirit of harmony in their hearts, the delegates of each nation make preparations for their return voyages.
Voyage.
Seeing our honored guests off shall be your last lordly duty this day. Now, I remind you,
It is not to be taken lightly. Worry not, Benedict. They shall be sent off with all the pomp they deserve.
You take to your new role well, Lord Serenoa. As I must now take to my own. Pray, visit me at the mines whenever you have the time.
Farewell, Frederica. May we never meet again.
Thank you for such a productive use of our valuable time. I do so love interminable speeches and watching brutes play at war. Truly, the spirit of Glenbrook was on display for all to see. Oh, but I should watch my tongue. Wouldn't want her to go whimpering to brother.
Pay my fool cousin no mind. We have work to do. Work more important than any he could hope to be trusted with.
I apologize for those two. This was a fruitful day for all in attendance.
I am glad to hear you say so, General of Laura.
I can't believe we lost. I thought you were supposed to be one of Hyzant's greatest warriors.
Our foe was a worthy one. It would be an honor to cross blades again someday.
Oh, this guy's a chill dude, it seems like.
Thank you for your hospitality. Please give my regards to Lord Simone.
Ministry of Medicine. She looks like a rocker goth chick, dude.
It would seem everyone is gathered. You'll find your boats are laden with a bounty of Glenbrook's finest wares and victuals. King Regna asks that you eat and drink your fill, and toast to our three nations' newfound alliance.
More of that swill you call wine? I suppose I could force myself to partake.
Your king honors us with his generosity. We shall present these as offerings to the goddess of salt. The Hierophant, too, will no doubt be overjoyed.
Lord Wolford, I bring a message from King Regna. He would have you join our guests on their return voyage to serve as their envoy.
This is a great honor, my lord. You would represent our nation and speak with the king's voice.
If it is His Majesty's wish, it is a duty I will gladly accept. But there are 2 vessels and only one of me. Did King Regna say which of our honored guests I should accompany?
He would leave that decision to you, Lord Wolford.
Lord Falks, as representative of another of Glenbrook's high houses, will board the ship you do not.
And why was House Tellior not given this honor? Last I knew, our kingdom had 3 high houses, not 2.
Mere fact that you whimper those words before us is answer enough. Good show at the tourney, Lord Serenoa. You truly are your father's son. The king has seen fit to leave this decision in your hands, and I shall not gainsay his wisdom.
A lord must be worldly as well as wise. I trust you will conduct yourself as befits the lord of a high house.
Thank you, Sir Maxwell, Lord Falks.
The king has entrusted this decision to you, my lord. I suppose you have an idea as to why.
He means to test my judgment. He is waiting to see which I choose and for what reason.
Indeed. We are friendly with both nations now, so neither choice will earn his ire. That said, there is no telling how these relations may change going forward. No doubt, The choice you make will have an effect on our own house's relationship with the nation you choose.
I understand. This requires careful consideration. Benedict, gather the others. I would hear their opinions on the matter. Then we shall consult the scales of conviction.
At once, my lord.
The scales of conviction. A trade post, but kudos. Pyromancer to Firecaster, Physician to Curist, Spy to Assassin, Hawkman to Liar. Interesting. God, I'm choking. Hot dick. Ah. What do?
It seems your first test as Lord has come. 'Tis no small matter either.
Indeed, but I needn't face it alone. I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why. State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
We take a vote and the consensus determines our action. Is that it?
That is correct. So long as my allies walk by my side, their opinions carry equal weight to mine.
Lame.
Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
He understands what it means to be Lord of his house.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going to. In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolfort will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
You may stay ashore if you wish, Huet.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly one coin for each of us.
It seems fate has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings. How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
You are ever the optimist, my friend.
Shall we proceed, my lord? One coin, one vote.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn. Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
Travel to a frost is. Nice. To Isaac.
Listen, lad.
Sorcery and X are
Lord Serenoa.
Lord Serenoa.
Lord Serenoa, hello.
Serenoa.
Say,
Lord Serenoa.
Listen, lad. You're onto something. I've made up my mind.
Say. Certainly.
Lord Serenoa. Quite true. Okay. Lord Serenoa. Indeed.
Serenoa.
Lord Serenoa.
Yeah, for my dad, dude. I gotta do it for my dad.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, or approach the scales of conviction with your token?
You've convinced me.
You have my vote.
I like Anna.
I changed my mind.
What about you?
You won me over.
I'm behind you, my lord.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path. The way forward is decided. We journey to Hyzant. We have decided. We set sail for the holy state of Hyzant. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Lord Serenoa, we are honored that you would choose to grace our nation with your presence. That said, I must offer you a warning as well.
It may be in Lady Frederica's best interests to remain here in Glenbrook. I fear there may be some complications were she to come to Hyzant.
Huh? She is half-sister to the Archduke and my betrothed besides. What complications could there possibly be?
None, if I had any say in it. However, the matter is more delicate than that.
Your lady's hair would draw attention. Unfortunately, none of it favorable.
My mother's hair. The pink locks of the Roselle. Mother once told me of how her people fled Hyzant.
Then you know how the Roselle are viewed in our nation. How the gospel of the goddess regards them as sinners.
Yes, I do. But I am from Esfrost, and I assure you I have committed no sins.
Of course, my lady. Very well then. I will do all in my power to see your visit is a pleasant one.
Thank you. Pray forgive my outburst.
You've no need to apologize. Still, I must ask, are you certain?
I must go. I would see with my own eyes. See where and how my mother and her people suffered.
By order of King Regna, Serenoa escorts their esteemed guests back home. Before long, a grand wall of stone rises before them. Known as the Goddess's Shield, behind it lies the source, Norzelia's only supply of salt. Upon the lake shores of the source towers a giant likeness of the goddess, ever watching over the flourishing city and the palace below. This is the holy state of Hyzant.
The hardest of me. Salt Lake, a city, not just a story Mama told.
I had heard tales of the goddess's shield, but its grandeur surpasses even my imagination.
It protected the holy state from both Glenbrook and Esfrost during the war. None in history have succeeded in breaching it. Do you think you might fare better, Lord Serenilla?
I think penetrating these walls would be nigh impossible.
A most courteous answer. I should have expected as much.
What's that sound?
Could this be?
Hail Jesus, aloha snack bar.
Is this the hour of worship I've heard so much about?
Indeed. Hyzantians offer their prayers up to the goddess's statue every day. They thank her for her blessing, for bestowing us with the source, from which all Norzalia's salt is harvested.
To see every citizen pray is astonishing.
The goddess truly is at the center of all Hyzant, just as the stories say.
Even so, are there none who'd use this time of worship to rob their fellow citizens?
There are none so misguided among the goddess's believers.
All Hyzantians are guaranteed food, clothing, and shelter. The Holy State has done everything in its power to eliminate poverty and ensure equality. As a result, no one envies others or craves riches for selfish reasons.
That's not true. That's bullshit.
Certainly if everyone were equal, there would be naught to fight about.
But achieving absolute equality is impossible.
The words of an unbeliever. The goddess showers her blessings fairly upon all who follow her teachings.
Before we visit the Hierophant, there is one thing I must tell you about Lady Frederica.
Under normal circumstances, the head of our nation would not permit an audience with one of Rosellan extract. We have explained the circumstances, however, and she has been granted special permission to enter the palace as an envoy.
That said, we would ask that Lady Frederica remain silent before the Holy One.
Silent? Why?
I reiterate that typically she would not be so much as allowed to attend. We ask for your understanding of our creed.
You mean to treat one of Glenbrook's delegates as if she weren't even there?
Prince Roland, you are here in secret. It would not do for you to gainsay another nation's religious creed. I have no objections.
My apologies.
You needn't apologize. Let us do what we came here for.
We appreciate your understanding. Now then, let us show you to the palace.
That is where the Hierophant resides.
The Hierophant imparts us with the goddess's divine messages. None are allowed to look upon the Holy One's face. None save Minister Edor, who conveys their divine words to us.
She's dead. That's the fucking plot.
Pardon our intrusion. Lord Serenoa Wolford of Glenbrook has escorted us home on behalf of King Regna.
The Hierophant speaks to you. Serenoa Wolford, we thank you for your gracious gesture. We are overjoyed and humbled that you have chosen to grace our nation with your presence.
I am unworthy of such high praise, but honored nonetheless.
House Wolford and Hyzant have shared a deep bond ever since the Sultan War. On behalf of the Saintly Seven, it is my wish that our friendship will be as strong as it was with your Lord Father.
But of course, I strive to one day measure up to his greatness.
You will also, in time, succeed Lord Simon as advisor to the mining venture, I hear. The Hierophant would hear your true thoughts on the endeavor.
I think it a significant stepping stone toward peace between the three nations.
A safe reply, to say the least, Lord Serenoa.
It is an ideal that I can only hope is shared by all those involved.
If I might ask, what is the ideal to which the Holy One aspires?
I would share the goddess's blessing with all of Norzelia. The Holy One wishes for a world where people are equal. The goddess always watches over those who believe in her. May you all receive her divine protection.
I apologize for visiting you in secret, but there is something I must ask you. I have heard that the people of Hyzant live in equality. They say the goddess showers blessings upon those who follow her teachings. But is that the only reason?
Oh, a studious one you are, Prince Roland. King Regna has raised you well. Of course, the goddess's teachings are at the core of the equality our citizens enjoy. But there are many measures taken by the Holy State to ensure the happiness of our people.
Minister Lila's Ministry of Medicine, which dedicates itself to the study of preserving life, is another example of this. The results of their research have allowed many people to overcome illness and injury and live long, healthy lives.
Fascinating. I would like to hear more about Hyzant's medical discoveries.
I see we managed to pique your interest. Minister Lila, I leave our guests in your capable hands. Pray, show them around the ministry and let them admire Hyzant's pursuit of life.
Alright, I think that's it for me for today. Good time.
Brother, where is Roland? I've yet to see him today.
And you shan't, for he has left. Took it upon himself to join the mission abroad.
He did? I see.
Again, prioritizing his personal wishes above his station. Is there no end to his selfishness?
You haven't any love for him, have you?
Love. I would rather think of him as little as humanly possible.
I don't
How
like
can you
this.
say that? He's family.
Royal family, and our duty is to the crown above all. Do not look to Roland for inspiration if you wish to carry yourself in a manner befitting your station, dear Cordelia.
Huh.
Look, a Rosellan. I heard she's an envoy from Glenbrook.
Be that as it may, is her kind even allowed to enter our halls?
I can only assume she received special permission, since Minister Lila's showing her around.
Ironic, considering the wishes of us researchers are hardly ever granted.
What a splendid facility you have here. I can see why your nation excels in the medical arts.
Normally, only ministry staff are allowed in. Having outsiders view our work is unprecedented.
We cannot thank you enough for your generosity.
If I heard correctly, it sounds like you are researching life itself.
That we are. In order to cure illnesses and injuries, we must set our sights high.
No.
Even illnesses deemed uncurable in other nations?
There is no miracle panacea in this world, but we like to think nothing is impossible.
Wonderful. And would you be willing to share those results with others, should you achieve them?
If you believe in the goddess's teachings, yes. At least, that is what I would expect the Holy One to say.
Minister Lila, the preparations for the experiment are complete.
My apologies, but I must get back to work. You are free to take a look around. However, I ask you to not enter the restricted areas.
Of course, nothing is free in the Ministry, nor anywhere in Hyzant. And of course, when people are forced to adhere to teachings, there are some who will resist.
Who might you be?
Just a researcher, nothing more.
He's the ice.
What was his problem?
Serenoa, I could use some fresh air, if you don't mind.
But of course, let us take a break outside.
That's a rough man. So equal means equally oppressed. Gotcha. One of the Saintly Seven Church with overseeing matters of the military. Who's this guy? That guy looks cool. Oh, I see it. Poor people are here. No freedom here. Alright, that's weird, man. Ice though. But what brings people in? want to be risky with this guy. I don't know. Let's see. That's wild, man. Is there like a way to parkour? No, there's not. I know I visited this. Visited this. I think I'm done my exploration. Those aren't doors. Oh wait, cat. There's a game of chess here. That's wild. Alright, I guess I'm going to push my exploration.
We got our hands on a fine souvenir.
It is quite the feat indeed. Serenoa has terrible taste when it comes to gifts.
Thank you indeed, Frederica.
It was my pleasure.
Should we ask Minister Lila about what ails Lord Simon?
No. Even now, Lord Simon commands great influence. We cannot let others know about his condition.
I understand. Not even our allies can know of our weaknesses, lest they use them against us.
Indeed. We cannot risk exposing ourselves to such danger, for the young lord's sake as well.
Wait, there's spies and then...
What was that?
It appears there is a stir around the ministry.
I shall investigate.
Ninja, say that you're a ninja. Anything outside? No. I'm not even level 4 yet.
Anna, what happened?
Some researchers at the ministry ran off with its secrets.
To think my ministry was infiltrated by unbelievers.
Unbelievers?
Heathens who reject the goddess's teachings.
At their head is a researcher named Plinius, who escaped with some of our most valuable findings. You must retrieve these documents for us, Exham.
Consider it done. For they could be anywhere in town by now. I will need all the eyes I can get on the lookout.
I must remain here at the ministry. Their spies may still be among us.
Minister Exham, we would be happy to be of service.
We are in your debt, Lord Serenoa.
The men we pursue are researchers, proficient in the arcane arts. The insight of one versed in their ways would be invaluable to us.
Take Corentin with you. He is one of my most talented readers. Corentin, you are to go with House Wolfort and help them retrieve our...
As you wish, Minister.
All right, my friends.
I like the arts. They look like actual people in a sense of their statue.
At your service.
Where can I see? Oh, 7. Okay.
Plinius, give yourself up. There is no escape for heathens like yours. Even attempting to steal our nation's secrets is a grave crime.
This research is my life's work. I have poured my blood, sweat, and tears into it. What is so wrong?
Plinius, such an untainted passion for knowledge cannot hope to survive here.
I had heard that Hyzant was a land without strife. It would seem that... We mustn't allow Plinius and his lackeys to get away!
Your orders?
For victory!
They have to survive.
Here I come.
I needed that.
Speed up.
And where shall we strike?
That's fun.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. It is time to strike.
How gracious.
I see the threads of battle more clearly.
Shall we begin? I see. So ice heeds your...
Haven't we met before? What is your name?
I'm no one of note, I'm afraid. You must have me mistaken for someone else.
You are not worthy of my time.
I will end this.
Time for some research.
Joking. Out of my way! This research is mine!
Time to work. Sound strike. Suffer. Sound strike.
Charge! You don't stand a chance!
This battle is ours. From this range.
You leave me with no recourse.
Cold wind blows! Wasted time!
From where shall we strike?
My skills grow sharper.
Puddles, a fire attack. What does puddles do?
Like this.
Alright, Heller, I'm watching you. That's good. I'll restart. I'll restart. I fucked up.
In your hands
Fuck.
now.
I'm getting wiped here.
You are not worthy of my time. Your lifeblood shall paint my soul.
You're open. Victory is within reach.
I shall do what I can.
Load. Let's start again. Chapter of lore. Just have to defeat Glinia's unit placement. It's time for a change of strategy. Alright. You're right here, boss. Is this really a good idea to put all my range units right here? Well, 2 range units. System, save. did save, right? Roster. Where is Archer? Lobby. How do I check the weapons? Okay, I did upgrade her stuff. Shall rest the day.
Plinius, give your... even attempting.
This research is my life's work. I have poured my blood, sweat, and...
Plinius. I had heard that Hyzant was a land without strife. We mustn't allow Plinius and his lackeys to get away! After them!
Your orders?
Charge!
You leave me with no recourse.
This battle is ours.
I must keep fighting.
From where shall we strike?
I see a path to victory.
Be support here, Raging Beast on her.
All for victory.
This is wonderful.
Tomorrow is a new day.
Let me heal your wounds.
I see. So
Haven't we met before?
I'm no one of note, I'm afraid.
Shall we begin?
Let me show you what I've learned.
let me save it right now.
Oh, no! Now then, to work.
I see through you. Yes, very effective.
My turn.
For victory! This is it!
This battle is ours.
This guy. This guy.
From this range.
You leave me with no recourse. Take this!
Ah. From where shall we strike? On your guard! Ah, my skills grow sharper.
Oh, jeez.
Pathetic state I'm in. Your lifeblood shall paint my soul.
Oh, you're a healer. Okay, perfect.
Let me heal your wounds.
Your wounds are healed.
Most appreciated.
Knowledge is strength.
I shall try my level best. Stay composed.
Incredible. Allow me. Flames, heed my call. It worked.
Now then, to work.
cold wind blows.
Most interesting.
Defense.
Your orders?
Magic resistance, maybe. Going behind them. Where is it? High ground. Too
Sound strike. This is the end.
Charge!
My lance strikes true!
We mustn't let our guard down. You'll get no mercy from us. My pride is my shield.
Okay, I'm alive. Let's pray.
And where shall we strike?
Lane strike. Let's slow it down, baby.
Wait your turn!
You leave me with no recourse.
How annoying. It ends here.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. I have your back.
I can do it! Let me heal your wounds. Be at ease. I appreciate it.
Oh, I fucked up.
I will end this. Two ashes. Oh no!
So, it falls to me.
Away with you!
I was prepared for this.
I'll take this. It's for life. You won't escape.
I won't lose! You don't stand a chance!
Here I come. Goodbye!
They have to survive.
From where shall we strike?
Perish! A pathetic state are they. Ugh!
There is no mercy on the battlefield. Stay composed.
This is wonderful.
I shall do what I can. Your wounds are healed.
Much better.
I fight for peace.
Time for some research.
I do not miss. Yes, very effective.
Your orders?
Supper.
What have we here? Yes! Onward and upward!
This'll hurt.
What have we here? Yes! I won't lose! Be gone! Very well then. You will regret ridiculing me. Take this!
The hunt is on. Goodbye!
Following up!
Defeat is not an option.
This is nothing.
It hurts. With the powers in me.
Wait!
We can win this!
I shall try my level best. A brief respite.
Delightful!
I shall do what I can.
Allow me. I needed that.
Your orders?
This'll hurt. Suffer.
Time for some research.
I won't lose!
From where shall we strike? Perish!
How annoying!
This battle is ours.
At a time like that.
Cold wind blows!
I cannot lose.
My turn.
I see a path to victory. Let us steel our defenses.
I can do it!
Shall we begin?
Allow me.
This will help.
So, it falls to me.
For victory! I will go through if I must! How annoying!
For the honor of House Wolfort. For my kith and kin.
Time to take flight. My pride is my shield.
Your orders?
This'll hurt.
My goddess!
What did you hope to do with our secrets? Sell them for riches?
No. We wished only for freedom in our research. Knowing we would be granted no such liberty here, we were left with no choice.
I see. You rebel against her teachings, as I suspected. Take them away. You have our gratitude, Lord Serenoa. We could not have apprehended the heretics without you.
What will happen to them now?
They will be punished for their wrongdoings, of course. Defying the goddess's teachings is the most grave crime one can commit in Hyzant.
I see now. Equality here stems from their thorough elimination of heretics.
You did well, Corentin. For your efforts, you deserve a reward.
If you insist, I do have a request. I would like permission to embark on a journey. I wish to learn more about the medicines of other lands.
Greater knowledge of medicine would prove useful in our studies of life. I will consider it.
We will take our leave here.
Master Corentin, thank you for your help today.
There's something I would speak with you about. Do you have a moment? This place is too conspicuous. Let us talk elsewhere.
You wish to leave Hyzant?
Yes. I wish to study magic, not medicine.
But just before, you spoke of wanting to observe medical treatment in other nations.
Merely a pretense to gain permission to leave. We cannot research freely in Hyzant. We are simply tasked with fulfilling our designated roles. Furthermore, no matter how revolutionary our discoveries may be, the world at large will never know them.
You mean to say you tire of Hyzant's secrecy?
You're not much different than those so-called heretics, then. Could it be you feel some connection with them?
To tell the truth, I was well aware of Plinius's plan. But I was a coward, one who could neither stop nor join them. And because of it, I ended up capturing those with whom I sympathized. I wish never to feel this way again.
And thus you mean to leave the Holy State entirely?
Yes, I have no intention of returning to the Ministry. Which is why I must ask if you would allow me to journey with you, as a member of House Wolfort.
My lord, while he may be a unique character, he undoubtedly possesses a great understanding of the arcane.
There is one thing I must know. Would you be troubled traveling alongside my betrothed, knowing her heritage?
Not at all. I'm abandoning Hyzant, and the goddess's teachings with it. On the contrary, Lady Frederica's magic fascinates me. I would love to learn more about it.
But of course.
Very well then. Welcome to our ranks, Corentin. Pursue your studies to your heart's content. I only ask that you put them to use on House Wolfort's behalf.
Of course. You have my thanks, Lord Serenoa.
The strategy is simple yet powerful.
Thalos, how does Dragan fare?
As blustery and boastful as ever, brother. He is simply beside himself that his contributions to the mine have been recognized.
So he has achieved a measure of success. Perhaps I underestimated him.
What concern is he of ours? He is Farag's son and of thinner blood.
We are not Glenbrook or Hyzant, Thalos. In Esfrost, a man is judged for his deeds, not his pedigree.
And yet you have appointed me Prime Minister, have you not?
I have given you an opportunity, brother. Do not be mistaken. If you wish to keep your position, prove to me you are deserving of it.
Respect the guy.
Understood, brother mine.
Dear brother, do with Thalos as you please, but I bid you be wary of Dragan and Svarog. I've reason to believe they've designs on higher.
If they mean to overthrow me, then let them try. I shall relish the opportunity to...
El Dragan Island. The stagnant meadow is somewhere in one. No, it's the sun on the meadow.
It's time we head home. You aren't forgetting anything, are you, my lord?
Eridor, I told you, I'm not a child.
I'm sorry, my lord. Whenever I see your face, I can't help but think of the lad I once knew.
Can you not lower your voice? You'll disturb the whole city at this rate.
House Wolford certainly is lively.
Indeed. I've never seen such a big, happy family.
I'm glad they allowed you to travel with us.
As am I. I intend to revolutionize the world with my research.
Very well and good, but we also have a wedding to prepare for. Busy times lie ahead, Frederica.
Yes.
Let us make it a grand wedding. Huette, prepare an extravagant gift worthy of my best friend.
Yes, Your Highness.
It seems I'm just in time. I came to thank you and see you off on behalf of the Holy One.
We are the ones who should thank you. Glenbrook and House Wolford shall not forget your kindness.
I'm happy to have seen Hyzant with my own eyes. Till we meet again.
Prince Roland, Lord Serenor, the future of Norzelia is in the hands of the young, those like ourselves. I much look forward to our next meeting.
We have heard much about how all in Hyzant are blessed by the goddess's teachings. And yet, they told us almost nothing of the Roselle. What sort of lives do they live here? What sort of life did Mother lead?
Motherfucking slaves is what.
Is something the matter, Frederica?
Forgive me. I was merely lost in thought.
thoughts of the Roselle, I presume.
Yes. I wondered what effect it might have on your relation.
Right now, our three nations work together. But whatever may occur, know that you will not have to bear it alone. It will be a burden for all of House Wolford to bear, together.
Thank you, Serenoa.
Alright, now, guess what? The game came out already. Okay, perfecto. Alright, thank you all for watching.